investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
Language important, is it? Without language, good. People then know, don't say you what. Language is often argued as the most important tool within the human locker. But how are you meant to fix a shed with language? And I've never seen a human locker before, so I'm not too sure that it actually exists. But language is nonetheless vital for diplomacy, shouting at women in the street and asking your neighbour for a bit of his lunch. Without it, we are simply lonely ships passing in the night. But even when we're speaking in the same tongue, can we be truly confident that we're actually speaking the same language? So where does language come from, and should we trust it? What do the differences in our language tell us about the differences in our culture? Is language the most dangerous weapon, or is it a bomb? And can words ever truly signify the objects they are attempting to describe, or do we all have different perceptions of the same word within our heads? To help me out some of these questions, I'm joined by Charlie Milner, whose love language is sexually assaulting women on public transport. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie, do you like language?
I love football and I hate racism.
We can't start off like this. We can't start off going incredibly left field, out of the gates immediately. It's out the gates off topic.
Language. Okay, let's find it. Okay.
No, this is it.
I love the football. I hate racism, and my grandpa lives in Milton Keynes.
Okay, so you're doing a GCSE. You're a little French boy doing a GCSE English speaking exam.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if it is because for us it was very much you're basically reeling off a list of your family and your kind of wants, I guess.
Family and wants. Your innermost desires are your secrets.
I still remember my Spanish oral.
Go on.
Mi mamá me dice que no se puede salir con tus amigos porque es muy peligroso afuera, Andrew. Entonces, no se puede salir porque... qué linda.
And the translation?
My mum says you can't go outside because it's very dangerous out there. Andrew, what a shame.
That was in your French oral?
That's my Spanish oral.
How old were you?
16.
What questions came up for you to give the answer that your mum doesn't let you go outside because
it was more of a state? It's more of a sermon. Spanish oral was more of a sermon, I think. Once you go up to school.
What was your sermon about? The dangers of public spaces?
I guess like the complexities of like having a mum and
right,
her looking after you, wanting the best for you, but ultimately as a boy you want to explore, and it's only as you get older you kind of appreciate what they gave you.
Whereas mine was like, I like the swimming pool and it's nice playing tennis with my friends, rather than a deep dive into the relationship with my mother and the dangers of going outside.
Well, I took things further. I mean, I actually regret in many ways being here, and I think I should have possibly done languages and really committed to that when I was younger rather than
that was your thing, wasn't it? So
yeah, languages. I'm most gifted.
What did you do? You did Spanish A level?
Spanish, Latin
A level?
Yeah.
Bizarre.
You know, basically at school, the only real gifts I had was getting on with it and Spanish, really, and a bit of French.
Right.
And I tried to kind of pursue it further beyond school.
In what way?
By getting a Spanish teacher, but I sort of fucked it with the lessons. And I did this, it was all on Zoom. She's called Andrea. She's from Colombia. She could be listening. And she went, she would like teach me, but then I would pretend that the Zoom had frozen, like as a kind of joke for me. But I'm paying for this.
Yeah. You're wasting your own time.
I know. Stop it.
You're not staying very still in between. You're moving quite a lot. Okay, that's better. One more.
Mi mamá que te... but
yeah, it's not terrible. It's not.
She would, like,
I don't think
laugh.
It's amazing.
Andrea would laugh politely at that, and then.
But she's
laughing all the way to the bank, Andrew.
Yeah, you're damn right. So then you didn't. You didn't do it at uni, did you? You did economics, famously.
And I regret that a lot.
But maybe your languages is where your skill actually is.
I think it probably is.
Right.
And I don't think I'll ever learn another language though.
No.
I can't see it happening.
I'm terrible at languages. It's my least effective skill. I don't get it. I'd be like, that. It doesn't make sense to me. Things have to make sense in my mind for me to learn them. And then if I go in German, it's like, what? Oh, a table is now a Tisch. I'm like, no, it's not.
Tisch.
It's a fucking table. What are you talking about? I can't like.
It doesn't make. What does it not
doesn't
make
work
sense?
in my mind. I can't remember things that it has to make a rational reason why it makes sense, like an explanation. That's when I'm best at learning things. When something's just like, this is this. You know, like water is aqua. I mean, that's probably an easier one. Like swimming pool is piscine. I'm like, why? Doesn't make. I'm not going to remember that. It's just impossible for me to hold on to anything.
So you're only willing to learn English then?
I'm not willing. I'm just saying I'm bad. I'm bad at them.
Right.
I have a poor aptitude for languages for that reason.
I don't see myself ever learning a language other than maybe Spanish or possibly Arabic.
Well, how fluent Arabic? But how fluent are you in Spanish?
I was thinking about being in Arabic.
We'll get to Arabic. How fluent are you in Spanish? Because you do some Spanish on the podcast.
I've spoken almost all of my Spanish vocab on the pod.
Gotcha. Fine. That level of fluency, which is basically.
I won't die of thirst in Spain, but I won't have any friends.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
What's your position on Duolingo and stuff? On the apps?
It seems like a good idea to me, I guess.
I've heard that Matt, do you use Duolingo?
I used to.
Matt speaks some Japanese. Do some Japanese. Say, hello, my name's Matt, and I would like to bow to your sword.
まあ、意味わからないだから、まあ、時間の無駄。
It sounds amazing.
It sounds bang on.
It's one of the best.
It's one of the best. He was in Japan for a year or more.
That's kind of incredible, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't know if is it laced with honor, or do we just project honor onto it as a language?
Japanese.
Is it just inherently honor?
I'm going to have to throw you to our Japanese correspondent, Matt Fitzpatrick here. I have played quite a few hours of that samurai game, so I have a basic idea. But me and Matt have had some pretty heated debates about this recently.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so. Well, it's all like the whole language itself has like honorifics.
Honorifics.
So what?
So like if you're talking to someone who's older or in a position of power, you need to speak to them in a more polite form of the language.
Okay.
So I can only really speak to young people in Japanese
because you don't have any honor.
I have no honor.
Yeah.
No, because I'm rude and I haven't learned the honorific way of speaking the language.
Which is it harder?
Basically the sentence will be like twice as long and all of the verbs change.
Interesting. So it's a bit like masculine and feminine in a way, but it's honourable and dishonourable.
Yeah, it's just to do with ranking basically in the society. Korea's the same.
Right.
That's interesting.
Well, don't lump them all in together.
I'm glad we don't.
Come on. Let's not do that on this podcast. Christ. Well, that was interesting. That's a genuine answer to a question we've answered.
It's convenient that we don't have that in England, though. I mean, what does it look like to kind of honourably?
Well, you call them sir, don't you? But then it kind of stops there. And you don't use slang if you were being honourable. In a job interview, you're going to be...
You're not saying bumperclart.
You're not saying, give me that roll, you bumperclart, honey. Are you?
You might, and they might think it was incredibly bold in a good way.
Absolutely.
Or you're getting thrown out by your collar. So during my research on language, which I'm delighted that we're covering because it's one of my passions.
It is one of your passions.
Language, food, and music are my three passions.
Music, yeah.
I found that it's interesting that if... Basically, the reason why language is so important is so that you know what the fuck is going on, even in your head. As in, like, if I was thinking all the stuff I currently think, I'm looking at TVs, I can see a river, there's a girl.
Yeah.
And I can't think, and I've got no words for any of that. I'm fucked.
Right.
I can't think of like, I can't think about who's on the TV. I can't think about like
what's in the river.
I can't think about how I'm feeling. I can't think about how am I relating to her.
Yeah.
I can't think about what's that. Is there a carp in there?
Yeah.
I don't know what anything is. It's like a massive, terrifying dream.
So what do we think thinking is before language? Is it just a series of kind of animalistic instincts almost?
Yeah, you're kind of an animal.
But you can't. But there's obviously your subconscious, which doesn't use language, does it really? Until you bring it into your conscious, and then you're using language. So your subconscious would exist. But we would have still, I imagine we would have still had the capacity for thought before language started. I don't know. Does language precede thought? Does thought precede language?
I don't know.
No, I didn't really expect you to be honest.
I'm sure that language you might have little words or sounds that you only do with yourself, like little...
Such as? And finally... all valid sounds that we make when we're by ourselves. But no, you're right. But then there's even the fact of do we see the same things in our head. The words mean the same things to everyone. When I say
No.
chair, I think of a different thing than you do.
I'm thinking of a mahogany armchair that's swinging in an old Western.
Whereas I'm thinking of a leather recliner. You see, these things change. They're all different. But then, so can we ever be truly, seeing or at least understanding the same thing if we have different conceptions for everything?
I don't think we can.
Do we all see the same colours?
Certainly not across countries,
Yeah.
because everyone's like, they've got different chairs in Sweden, and we've got
You're focusing a lot on like the build of chairs, which isn't necessarily what I'm...
What my point is
Yeah.
that without language, you can't really think for yourself. You can kind
No.
of just notice stuff, I guess, or just like you can see, but you can't think. So I think for a dictator,
Yeah.
like, I don't know,
Mao.
or Idi Amin,
Right.
the answer is to keep your population like incredibly dumb.
Right, limit language.
And then they can't think of even like the idea of freedom or voting, I guess.
burn
or not
the books.
burn the book. So is that actually the method then, to restrict
Yeah,
their
lots of
language
fascists.
so they can't even, they've got no access to the ideas of like
Not necessarily...
democracy?
Yeah, definitely like the ideas of things, not necessarily like they stop teaching GCSE English.
Because then you reduce them to animal, really. They're just like frustrated cows in your field.
Yeah, well, you limit ideas of freedom so that, seems like the only way possible. But no, I completely agree. It's a very important tool.
So, Andrew, a conversation on language would not be complete without a mention of pidgin, BBC News pidgin. Do you know about BBC
I
News
do,
pidgin?
yes.
Do you, Matt?
Yeah.
I think everyone does.
Not everyone,
Hopefully
but
not.
Yeah.
BBC,
Ridiculous question.
BBC News pidgin. BBC News pidgin is a.
Yeah.
It's Nigeria.
Is it Nigeria communities within the UK as well?
It must be because it's such
Because
a fusion of
why BBC News doing it? I know they're global news, but it's still strange.
women. So this is one of my favourites.
Right.
Do you want to read it, Andrew?
Yeah. Woman wan throw away poo-poo. Come trap for window. Woman way take her hand. Pack her poo-poo. Come at the toilet of man. When she day friend because ain't no grey flush. Enter trouble. After she go, try collect the poo-poo back. The woman way day learn gymnastics. just start to whack it with Bristol student Liam Smith for the first time. When she take
Liam
fear,
Smith.
when she take fear, throw away the poo-poo, come out for window. Instead, make the thing land for garden. The poo-poo come jam between two windows, way no day open wide. The lady decide to carry her thing back. She use head enter the spool space where the poo-poo bin day. But so she come trap for her there and trouble starts.
So I think what's happened here.
Mr. Smith say, I'm no get choice, but to call fire service, make them help remove the girl along with her poo-poo.
So what's happened there, Matt? If we can return to the plan.
Yeah.
I did actually.
Did you have you got a translation for us?
So a woman got stuck in a window while trying to retrieve her own poo, which she had thrown out of her date's bathroom after it failed to flush. She met the man, Liam Smith, through a dating app, and after dinner, the incident happened at his house. The poo got stuck between two windows, and while trying to get it back, the woman became trapped. Between the windows.
Between the windows with her own shit.
Like Spider-Man.
I suppose so. I'm not. Yeah. Sure.
Firefighters were called to rescue her, and funds were raised to repair the window.
Who raised the
Who's
funds for
doing
that?
GoFundMe?
I'm not doing it. I'm not donating to that GoFundMe.
Both agreed to donate some of the money raised to charity.
That's fair.
I mean, that's in itself an amazing story, and it's heightened by the
language.
BBC News Pidgin. I think if you're BBC News Pidgin, you are kind of annoyed that I think people laugh with it rather than at it, or at least it's done with love.
Yeah,
It's like, this is fucking amazing.
it is. Yeah,
Kind of like an iconic page.
yeah.
There's also, very quickly, just read the headline for this one too, Andrew.
Man cut off genitals by accident while streaming say heyday cut meat.
I think he was dreaming about like chopping ham and accidentally chopped his knob off.
Whilst he was sleepwalking.
One farmer for Ghana Day in critical condition after he accidentally chopped off and scrotum while
While
sleeping.
Well, I feel like we've done the Pigeon BBC News a bit of a disservice there by just reading the most obscene news stories possible.
Yeah, they are
But
polishing a poo-poo there.
Nonetheless, they are good, and it's a wonderful time for us after that to jump into our own Thinker's Corner, where we're going to discuss, when we're going to hear from the best and brightest minds that have ever lived and ever have lived about the topic this week, which is language. And first off, we're going to get some thinkers in to do some quotes for us, which we will analyse and discuss.
Okay, who have we got in the letter box?
First off, we got Marshall McLuhan. Welcome back, Marshall. He's a second timer.
I've had enough of kissing, so I'm actually just going to... Oh, fine.
Give him a fucking kiss. Thank you. Take it away, Marshall. Fish don't know they're in water. Humans don't know they're in language. What do you think about that? Really, really taking it in, taking a breath, having some thoughts in his mind.
Fish don't know they're in water.
Ready to deliver one of the most devastating points anyone's ever heard.
So is a fish
Now.
out of water like if you chopped
You see, it's not the best analysis of it.
humans don't know language. I guess we're born in, if a fish found out it was in water, would it give a fuck though? Do I care that I'm in language?
Yeah, you do care that you're
Do
in
I
there.
care?
You've just spoken about the importance of language for a while at the top.
Yeah, but it's
there,
like fish
and how you wouldn't be able to think without it.
What's a carp saying if you're in the water?
It's interesting that you're focusing on the perspective of the fish in this quote.
It's like the grass is always greener. It'd be nice if we didn't talk.
Well, the grass is always green. It would be nice if we didn't talk. Again, hard to grapple with some of these thoughts. But I'd say that because it's so intrinsically connected to us at this point in time that it's so around us that we don't even notice it, like fish in water.
I guess the only alternative to that would be there's like a guy in the park and he's like, guys, you should try talking.
Yeah.
And we were like,
but we wouldn't understand.
but then one by one, we go and have a go with it.
Yeah.
How does that feel? I think it feels pretty fucking good, actually. Because you'd have a lot to get off your chest. All you'd ever been able to do is go,
Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Language I Joe. The origins of language. Picture a human being before the dawn of language. They are returning to camp one afternoon, walking along the beach. They stop to listen to the sound of waves. Maybe they've never stopped like this before. Or maybe it's the 10th or 100th time. But they decided the waves make a pleasing sound. One they'd like to imitate. The origins of language present one of the biggest questions for humans, but because spoken language leaves no physical traces, we do not have an answer. But we do, however, have some theories about where the hell did language come from. Would you like to run through some of those theories with me right now, Charlie?
absolutely.
So first off, and initially at the start, I have no idea why the names are like this, but these are all scientifically verified names. They're absolutely insane. Some of them don't seem to have any relevance to what the theory is actually saying, but they're all real names.
Okay.
Right, the bow wow theory, which is imitation of natural sounds. So this idea is that early humans began language by imitating sounds from nature. Animals, moos, cuckoos, natural events, splashes and crashes and alike.
I like that theory a lot.
I'm not surprised.
Straight off the bat. Firstly, bow wow. Is that like what a dog
you like
says?
anything when it's like, oh, we're kind of just like looking at a cow and doing what cow does.
Well,
You've got a big cow bias.
Imitating
in your science.
nature. I like the idea of us kind of being. It makes complete sense that
Does it though?
I've not been to school. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
My mum is dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, I see the scene.
But that chicken has made that sound.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a go.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh,
And I
that's
won't
made
get
me
it right
feel
first
better.
time, but I will try. It's like a 10,000 hours sort of job. I'm going to imitate that chicken for 10,000 hours until I can do the perfect cuckoo.
But my problem with that is that really getting close to what human language is? How do you go
Yeah, that's the
how do you
start.
go from moo to I like this rock?
Move.
Moo.
Moo. Once you have a sound that you can indicate tone with, the world's your
Right.
oyster.
Indicate tone. So
Indicate tone.
what tone are you indicating we're doing a moo?
Well, it depends how I say it. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
More. More.
Right.
Me hungry.
Okay, yeah, that's how language is born, everyone. It was right there all along. It went from moo to me hungry.
Also, bow wow. Now,
What's going on
Is
there?
that it part of the zeitgeist? Bow wow.
One of
feel
my
like I
biggest
have heard
pet
it.
peeves of bow wow, because that's apparently what dogs say. When have you ever heard a dog
just
go
said that.
bow wow?
I just said that.
What? What do you mean you just said that?
Is that? I thought I coined that, but it turns out you know.
thought you coined
bow wow
what?
is like a happy or hungry or horny dog, right? Bow wow. Did I make that?
No, you just asked is it in the zeitgeist
Because of that.
because you thought you came up with bow wow for dogs.
I think I made that association. I thought. Maybe.
Yeah, no, it's a well-known thing,
Bow
but it's
wow.
also a stupid thing. Bow wow. When have you ever heard a dog go bow wow?
Well, every language has their own like words for animal noises.
Brilliant. Make them good. I.e. woof or bark, not bow wow.
I mean, woof isn't really... Woof doesn't really
Woof
do it.
is bad.
Woof.
And bow wow... Oh, you've literally just done that.
It should be rough, though.
Rough is also there as well, but I'm going to accept
It's
woof.
slighted.
What is... Do bow wow as a dog.
Do it as a dog. It's probably
Do bow wow. You do bow wow.
Whoa!
No, nowhere near bow wow. Go on, you do bow wow. No. What dogs are you around?
It's bang on.
Bow wow. I'm just not hearing that many bow wows in there, but I get the point. I just don't. I've never been a bow wow
Now,
fan.
can I introduce a philosophical question?
Please do. So,
As a very clever man that you are. If your dog said, don't to you once, one time, would you be able to return to your life?
Yeah.
What if it said...
Because it would probably be an accident of his vocal
Okay,
cords.
Andrew.
Okay, now we've got some problems.
Andrew,
I've seen problems.
I have always felt that I'm in the wrong place.
That I would never be able to return to my life after that. That would be genuinely the most traumatic, horrific
Would you
thing.
quit work?
Yeah.
Really?
I couldn't do a comedy podcast after that.
What about your backup plan? Would you go sell like jet skis in Vietnam?
It's too jovial. I'd need to oh shit.
You have to go help the world.
Yeah, something's going terribly wrong. Dogs have feelings and can speak every now and again. Or like maybe that was just an accident. It was the one time he was able to communicate to me. I've got to change something. Something needs to happen. It can't be frivolous anymore. If my dog says that to me,
so
I'm becoming very serious.
What happens if it says something really delighted though?
I'd continue work.
But would it change you?
Yeah. Anyway, that's the bow wow theory. I'm not too into that. You likey?
Me like it, yeah.
You likey because it just says.
Well,
moo.
I think there's something beautiful about nature and like like the whoosh of
spoken word about the importance of nature and the bow wow theory. Actually, make it about those things.
Bow wow, bow wow. Look at the ocean. Life is a potion. More broth. I can't stop.
Yeah, that was good. Although broth and stop, I'm not too clear on.
Broth.
Now we go to the poo-poo theory. Again,
Oh, for God's sake, way day poo poo.
way day poo-poo, the poo-poo here in the
Shout
theory.
out BBC News Pigeon.
The poo-poo here in the theory. This theory suggests that language began from instinctive emotional cries, such as
Ow!
and,
Fuck off!
and,
No!
And-
She didn't mean that!
and,
No! Yay! Actually, yay!
and.
I got
No language.
Oh!
Yeah. One more.
What?
Again,
Wait!
that's words.
Where? Here!
Don't use words. Yeah. Happy one? Perfect. So yeah, what the fuck does poo mean?
Andrew, stop.
No. P-O-O-H. It's P-O-O-H, P-O-O-H.
Winnie the Pooh.
We've obviously got Winnie, but Winnie is a poo. Why is it, what is this, what does poo mean? P-O-O-H. Please could someone tell me? Matthew, the man with the laptop.
Wry smile.
The wry smile. No, you don't want to know.
Mate.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you when you're older, mate. Fucking hell. Google it.
That's a fascinating question. Andrew.
What? Because I see it every now and again. It's obviously horrible. It's far too close to excrement. Why was Winnie the Pooh?
What does poo mean?
What is a poo? Right. The word poo typically has three distinct meanings: disgust or contempt. An exclamation used to explain disdain. Oh yeah, you can poo something. Fine. Dismissal used to brush off a rejected idea. You poo it. Feces. Yeah, obviously.
Wait, Matt.
So why
how
was
does it
Winnie
sound?
a poo?
Just to make sure we got it right. How does it
The
sound?
most
Matt?
famous use is Winnie the Pooh. Author A.A. Milne gave the bear the poo because Christopher Robin originally named a swan in his poetry book Pooh.
So,
Oh, we're just making it all up now.
Winnie
then.
the Swan.
Winnie the
Can we
fucking
hear the word,
swan.
please?
Yeah, as expected.
Well, what would
Anyway,
what would have been an ideal answer for that? Winnie the Pooh.
I thought because it needed to be something along. It could be disdain, human
Traveller?
excrement, or like a yellow bear. Why is Winnie the Pooh? It's annoying. Anyway, name aside, what this theory suggests is. What this theory suggests is that language began from instinctive emotional cries. Again, so like I step on a twig and I go, ah! My mother's killed. I go, ah! I have a really nice breakfast. I go, ah!
Well, it's good we moved on from that because to kind of
Yeah.
apply gravity to different. You can't just be having the same response to.
Just using instinctive emotional cries, try and ask me for a tea.
Okay.
What he takes seriously on this podcast
locked
is
in
so
so
bizarre. Okay, there was kind of a question at the end.
And she's,
Is that all it is?
cup of tea?
Yeah.
Or,
I did expect this podcast to mostly be grunts, to be fair, so we're getting exactly what expected. I don't think that was terrible. I think that was a bloody good
can I have
effort,
one?
Charlie.
Can you say to me, your father's passed. He told me to tell you something.
Oh, this is getting long now. What?
Your father's
That's
passed.
it.
Your father's passed.
Right, there you go. Okay, so I don't buy this as well. I feel like the Bow Wow and the Pooh Pooh,
It's too much. Come on.
they're too like, I don't, by the way, surely how much do apes communicate? Obviously, we evolved from them, so we're going to have some instinctive like grunts, and they communicate vocally, don't they?
They do
in some
communicate.
ways?
I mean, there was that
So
video.
then I don't think we're not starting off from a complete blank canvas where it's like we just have emotional cries and or imitate, wind.
No,
They don't have language, do they?
No,
But
they do.
But they have
They
some,
do.
but they have more
They-
than just
they do.
emotional cries.
But it's not far off that.
It's not
is it?
far off that, but there's still some element of communication. So
I mean-
I don't know. For me, that's just like instinctive.
It's more body language.
things.
With apes, I think it's definitely, there's a few groans, but I think it's
They're
mainly
pointers.
it's body language.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that video that made you cry of Jane Goodey
Yes.
getting hugged by that chimp. Should we
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
that quickly?
No,
I want to cry again.
we can do it. We'll watch it after.
Yeah, it's a lot of body language. I mean, I think there's a real place for body language.
Right.
Apparently, it's really important. I do see it. I see a lot of weakness. I think I'm good at perceiving weakness in body language.
Yeah.
I don't exploit it. I just can tell when somebody's like a bit rattled.
Right.
Maybe because I'm rattled sometimes.
Yeah.
Like little kind of like, not twitches.
Ticks. Yeah.
just like-
spasms.
Things like that. Or like I do this, which it looks like I'm distressed, but I just love doing it. It's like this. It feels fucking amazing. You're just giving your eyes a massage. But to the untrained body language guy, it looks like I'm having the worst day of my life.
But there's nuance in there.
There's a lot of nuance and there's a lot of pleasure.
Not often that it is because you're having a terrible time.
I mean, some people wear it on their face. I think I wear a lot of my pain or like if I'm upset. Would you say it's quite easy to tell if I'm having a bad time?
It's you're the most easy person to work out when you're having a bad time because you literally, there's a bit in Arrested Development when they're sad, they hunch their shoulders and walk along sadly. That's literally what Charlie does when he's upset. You skulk about.
I think that's a good thing, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not
'Cause
bad. to
I
have
can't
that
be fucked to like
clear-cut communication.
make it as clear as possible. Make it painfully obvious.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that at all.
But
But yeah, sorry, Matt's been looking up apes. They use a lot of gestures. There is some vocalization. They use a variety of calls depending on the context. Chimpanzees use pant hoots for general excitement, grunts whilst waiting for food, and threat barks or alarm calls to signal fear or territory defense. So that is similar to the emotional expression.
yeah,
So I'm
They
not like
bark.
through development of human language, I get, but that's like what we're working, the basis of what we're working from. I want how do we get from that to the next bit in my mind? You know what I mean?
I think
I think it's just, for me, it seems instinctual.
to speak.
No, to like emotional cry.
Yeah.
That's just I think it's just always gonna happen.
The next bit is we all kind of get around the fire and actually just talk it out for once.
And that's how I'm trying to understand how we get to that bit.
I wouldn't know, Andrew.
Exactly. So we'll go and try some of these scientific theories. Next up, we've got the yee-hoo-ha theory. The yee-hoo-ha theory.
Goddamn.
This suggests that language developed from sounds made during group activities, such as hunting, carrying objects, or working together.
Yee-ho-ha.
Coordinated calls during hunting, chants whilst rowing, etc. He's doing the Norwegian celebration. Yeah. This, again, can make some sense. I can kind of understand.
It's a bit of a no shit Sherlock situation, though. Obviously, we were chatting to everyone's around.
But it's not obviously we would chat.
Yes, it is obvious. It's like, at the very
This
least,
is the whole point
No,
of
it's
this.
not. The whole point-
The whole point is where does it come
No,
from?
no,
It's not
the-
obviously we were chatting.
No, obviously we were like, there, tiger. It's like it's
Yeah.
like fucking. What do you mean? You have to sew my mouth shut. If I'm not,
Yeah.
me and Curtis, my other caveman,
Yeah.
we're if we can't talk properly, men need to talk obviously, but men before
Yeah.
they need to talk, they need to grunt. Men need to grunt. So at the start, I'm grunting, and then eventually the grunts would have been. I've done the same grunt for a tiger like 10 times.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade. is going to be tiger now.
Right.
And that's how we get there. So it's just like you make the same noise towards a threat or something good, and then the thing that represents threat or good. It's like how you train a dog with their name. They don't know their fucking name, but they're gonna hear Lara or whatever.
It's a
or
beautiful
John.
name for a dog.
They're gonna hear Lara or John, and then eventually they're gonna associate that sound with food or with safety or good versus like no. And then it's like, I think the same.
So what this is saying is that there was a need for it because of coordinated activities like hunting.
Yeah.
So it's like social.
But I think the way that language gets reinforced, or at least the meaning gets attached to it, by you do the same sound repeatedly.
Yeah.
And then eventually you kind of dog train yourself into like tiger eventually means fucking tiger.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think it does. I think it makes sense. Yeah. But this has been specific, saying it was during group activities when we came together in larger communities and we do practice like hunting. It's like wolves communicate when they're hunting, but it's the fact that we needed to hunt in groups is a reason why language that we have now started.
Absolutely. How do you feel about the wolves being reintroduced in Scotland?
I think it's a good thing. I'm just going to trust the science on that one.
I think it's a good thing, full stop.
Well, I don't know. It depends. Don't put them in my house.
Yeah.
Depends where.
Yeah, where's a bad place to put them?
My house. Right, number 4, the Tartar theory. The Tartar theory. This suggests that speech developed from movements of the mouth which mirrored hand gestures. Now, that seems fucking stupid to me. Do you know what I mean?
Movements of the mouth that mirrored hand gestures.
So it'll be like, there. So that will be going. But that's just like we would start gesturing and then someone eventually went, why don't we just chuck this in the mouth?
Yeah, that's
so we can keep our hands
That's
free.
The worst theory yet, actually.
I think it's one of the worst theories yet. But it's a bit like sign language. It's kind of sign language adjacent, isn't it? In a way, it's like gestures and, moving language from the hands to the mouth. It's just sign language done the other way.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite things about kids' TV, on CBBC, they'll have a little...
Not just on CBBC, by the way. It really does show your viewing regimen because they have people doing sign language, not just on.
It's mainly on news round CBBC. It seems to be predominantly on the kids.
It's on the news.
Is
quite
it?
a lot? Yeah.
Fine. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah.
There's a little.
It's only on children's TV.
There's generally
the guy who only watches children's TV.
There's generally a little lady.
Yes.
Sometimes a man.
Well, she's actually normal size. It's just the trickery of the screen that's making her appear smaller, Charlie. It's something that I learned not too long ago as well.
Thank you for showing me.
Thank you.
She is there kind of gestating.
No.
What's gestate mean?
Just kind of relaxing and doing nothing.
Oh, right. She's gesturing. She's gesturing.
She's just tickering.
She's gesturing.
Yeah.
To everyone to be like, Yvonne of the Yukon is hungry. And therefore... And that's just quite a charming... It's just nice to watch her work.
Yes, it is nice. And sign language is very impressive. The thing, I have a gripe with sign language. It's kind of a gripe. But, there's like at least 2, maybe 3 different versions of sign language just in Britain.
Like Northern...
Yeah, kind of.
Really?
Surely, I guess because it developed in the similar way that, like, dialects do. But it's
Aop versus hello.
Yeah. Put copper on, love. I'm gasping. Can I have a tea, please? I'm really thirsty.
Surely they should just have one.
I think they should just have one. But it develops in a way as whatever. But even like, Americans will have different, there's like different versions of sign language. And I'm like, surely it developed late enough for all of us to just agree on one. But that's not how the world works.
No.
It's very hard to agree in the modern world. Very fun fact is that my stepdad's parents, completely deaf. He grew up in a silent household because they can't speak. Isn't that mad?
That is mad.
Yeah. And he's surprisingly very normal.
He likes
I
it.
would go fucking mad.
Is that David?
Was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So David and Ollie both speak sign language completely, fluently.
He talked a lot about butt stuff when I met him.
Okay, that seems irrelevant. But there's, and so then when I meet Brenda, David's mum, who's completely deaf, you just meant she lip reads. So you're meant to just like mouth it. And it's impossible not to shout. I can't not just shout the words. And every time my mum's like, you don't need to speak. But I just immediately go into shouting because I feel like if I shout loud enough, she'll probably hear me. She can't be that deaf, can she? She's that deaf.
Is she hearing? Is it pure silence or is it kind of warpy,
basically
underwater?
Pure silence.
Wow.
I think basically. But his parents met in like a deaf group or something, and then they had him, and he's an only child.
And they're both deaf.
Both deaf. Deaf can't speak, and David's an only child.
How did they
grew up in a silent
How did they speak
household.
to him?
Sign language. Yeah. And I speak sign language too.
That's unbelievable.
It's mad, yeah. Ollie's fluent in
Do you
sign
know any?
language. No. I know A-E-I-O-U. I know the vowels go for the corresponding fingers, so I can only speak spelling out words that only include vowels.
Do you think the love that you'd have as a kind of completely deaf couple, do you think saying I love you goes harder if you can't actually say it?
I think so. There's something about the physicalization of it.
It's a bit more kind of Lion King-y.
Yeah. It's very Lion
Not
King-y.
to fetishize the
Yeah.
deaf.
It's Mustafa and Simba, isn't it?
I once made up a language with my friend to get into a club,
Did you?
and it worked.
Go on. Oh, because were you in Berlin?
I was, unfortunately.
Yeah, there it is.
And it did work, though.
Fuck them.
Everyone else said no. All of my other friends got turned away. And
Booted out.
Me and my looked so young. I think we were
Yeah.
both bald. We kind of looked a bit like
Bald?
sort of schmooly, like the boys in the striped pajamas. We looked a bit like that.
Yeah.
And we kind of
You look like small concentration camp boys.
we looked tonally kind of thin and small and bald.
Tonally bald. Were you bald?
Yes.
Why were you bald?
I think I just got rid of my hair for a bit.
Right, yeah.
And we went to the front of the queue, and then we were going like da 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 hoto ke blah blah da da.
Right, so you were trying to be bald cavemen getting into a
We were trying to do
club.
like 10,000 BC, like spear people.
Yeah, and it worked.
And it worked.
Because
and then I fell
they
asleep
just don't
in
want
there,
English
though.
people in there, really. That's the
Maybe
point.
not.
It's meant to be a place where you can get free and dance. Absolute nonsense.
But you can't be too English.
Well, I'd never gotten anywhere.
Yeah.
Threw me out immediately. Never got
Did
a
you
fucking
say
sniffing.
anything? Oh, did you say you want to speak to the ombudsman?
My father's going to hear about this.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir. My
find this quite outrageous.
father is a tax consultant in the United Kingdom, and he will be hearing about this. Yeah, I've never had any luck there. Anyway, the social intelligence.
Just very quickly as well on that poignant point.
Right.
I think I'm a bit sad about being English in a way. I love my country, but I am sad. I wish I was a bit of. I sometimes wish I was.
It's not very in.
A small Greek boy, or like a talented Spanish
painter.
So when I was a kid, on holiday, I'd walk past locals and I would just say like, and I don't think it would have worked once. I'd just kind of say a word.
Yeah.
Like pizza.
I know, yeah.
And
this is when you're on holiday.
I walk past them and go pizza.
Pizza doesn't work because it's the same in English.
No, but if you say it like pizza or like, arada.
Yeah.
Or not adana.
You go into shopkeep. You go
next to a Turkish place, adana.
Yeah. And then for a second, they'd think you're one of them.
He just said lamb.
He must be one of us. And
then I returned to my life.
Yeah, and that's good that you got that little role play. Then we got the social intelligence theory. So this suggests that language evolved because humans needed to manage increasingly complex social organization. Language bolstered human attempts to forge alliances, build friendships, and share information.
This seems like the most.
This seems like the one, doesn't
sensible.
it? Again, it's interesting
But I
because
like it the
but
least.
that's the necessity of language. It doesn't suggest like exactly how it formed, but I think then we bring in the other kind of theories with your thing about the tiger.
That's my theory.
And then so I think it's probably a combination of that and that is going. We need a difference between there's a tiger and there's apples over there.
Yeah.
And then with the increasing social organization and new challenges, that then the need for that makes that get even deeper.
Because
basically.
without it, it's so frustrating.
It must be
like,
unbelievable.
I can't. There is apples over there. I can't.
I've just found a
tell
whole
you.
orchard. We're starving over here.
I'm
and
really
you're just
trying to
like,
help.
over there. But they're like, there's a tiger over there. Like, no tiger.
No, loads of apples.
Lots of apples. So we like that theory.
I think honestly, the way it works is we figure out, we do the tiger. We got for tiger. We're like, cool, that's locked off.
Yeah.
We can all now say tiger.
Yeah.
But then it's like, that's a stone over there.
Right.
I can't call that a tiger. How about E?
Yeah.
And then we're all like, E,
Yeah.
stone tiger.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's the stone
And
tiger.
then we replicate that for everything that we know.
There you go. And then finally, we have the musical proto-language theory, which suggests that before language, humans had a musical communication system involving rhythm, melody, and emotional expression. Language is thought to have evolved as a development of this. Charlie, please go from early musical communication into fully formed English language and show us all how that would look like.
Me, calling me, on me, calling me, and I say no now, calling me, on me.
Yeah, that didn't go as I expected it would. Or maybe exactly as I expected it would.
What were you hoping for?
I was trying to see the development, the evolution of how we went from very basic musical communication to that, not just like it was just a quieter call on me to a louder call on me, but that's it, and that's what we get. So overall, the current thinking is that it's a combination theory.
Combination.
Not arising from a single event, but a mix of all of the theories above. It's all of them in some ways. Not all of them, but a mix of the probably more clear ones.
Well, we're dismissing one of them. What was the fucking dumb one?
I think we like the social
We're not doing the
intelligence
one
theory. The mouthing with the words.
I can't make a kind of.
I don't know what
Gate
what
with my
a
mouth.
gesture would be. Exactly. I
If
can't
I
make a
could,
gate.
I wouldn't be here.
We'd be millionaires in Prague. But yeah, I think we like the social intelligence theory mixed with some of the earlier, more basic, like, you know, grunty,
Yeah.
shouty. I have to say this because I've just stepped on a log
It's
thing.
interesting as well how in the healthcare system,
Right.
people make up like I think with doctors, certainly with dentists. I went to the dentist yesterday.
Yeah.
You know when you're under the lights,
Yeah.
bricking it, and you're like there, and then they sort of inspecting
Very
your
vulnerable
mouth.
place, isn't
You
it?
couldn't be more vulnerable. I always
Yeah.
think about if they had,
Gynecologists, you could be more vulnerable. That's the one thing that we don't have to put up with. Charlie's grabbing his imaginary vagina.
they speak to you. They speak in kind of code to keep you calm. I think
No,
they do.
it's not to keep you calm.
It is.
It's for them to speed up the process.
No, so I don't know how fucked my molars
when
are.
they say
They'll
like,
be
partially erupted or like
erosion, accenture,
yeah, but they have a name. They have like a code for each tooth.
Attrition.
Don't they? It's not to keep you calm.
F6 attrition.
It's because you're panicking and thinking they're saying their code is basically saying this guy's mouth is fucked. It looks awful.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
F6 attrition.
You hear F4 partially erupted. You're like, well, they're gonna remove my whole mouth because it's
I won't be
just
able to
not
say another
workable
word.
anymore.
Yeah. I mean, the conclusion was that I need to, guys, if anybody knows this, which I bet you don't, that you need to basically, your teeth are only, the two teeth, your top teeth and bottom teeth are only,
This is called Under the Light, Charlie's Dentist Corner.
your teeth are only meant to meet for 17 minutes per day across your eating times. So if you're biting your nails, keratin, which is a hard substance, is making your teeth meet for hours on end. If you inspect your teeth, you'll see that you're getting a little bit of flacking and breaking on the surface, on the edge of your tooth. So you need to avoid that. Stop biting your nails, or you're going to have no teeth by the end, and you'll be a gummy little freak, and you will die alone.
Right, now it's time to discuss a phenomenon in language that has got the whole world talking, and even including us, who are now going to discuss it as well. So this is about people who wake up from comas speaking a different language. Right, so many people have claimed to have woken up being able to speak a completely different language to their native tongue. Let's have a look at some of these freaks. This is Helen Rudd, who woke up from a coma in Haywards Heath Hospital, where I was born.
Have you seen her around the block?
I
ever?
haven't seen Helen around, but there's a strong chance I have passed her on the street.
She looks a tiny bit like you.
She does look a bit like me. That's very
Are you
fair.
Helen Rudd?
I might be Helen
And
Rudd.
Helen and
misplaced
Charlie
at birth.
investigate.
Helen and Charlie investigate why, but it would be done in Spanish.
Why we are pretending to be... Well, no, it'd be French, wouldn't it?
I can't remember. Well, we'll find out.
Helen Rudd. Helen Roddy liar.
Stupid. This is Helen Rudd, working from a coma in Haywards Heath Hospital, the Princess Royal. She woke up speaking fluent French for over 2 weeks. She claims she had only studied French to a GCSE standard and had no desire to go to France.
Kind of have to respect that.
Respect what? Her lack of desire to go to France?
Yeah. She's a fluent French lady. She can speak fluent French, and even then...
No desire.
Fuck it.
Another case is Ben McMahon, I think is how you say it. And he's from Melbourne. Ben got in a car accident, entered a coma, and woke up speaking fluent Mandarin. He had studied Mandarin in high school, but was not fluent before the accident. Right. So we've got people waking up with different languages. It's all a bit ridiculous, but...
Yeah.
So the science, basically, in the case of Ben, doctors believe that the brain damage he suffered caused a temporary shift in his memory pathways, reducing his ability to recall his native English and accessing the relatively strong Mandarin he'd learned. So
Makes sense.
I've heard, over a couple of beverages at the pub, I've heard some of my friends be like, "Have you heard about the lady who woke up speaking Mandarin?" Do you know what I mean? She'd had no idea what it was before. So that's a myth,
Right.
but. It can happen that your brain's mad, isn't it? It could just be bonked in the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then it shifts where you're recalling your language memory from. So it can move from what in the English you actually speak to the bit of Mandarin you learn.
Is it possibly like a violent loss of inhibition as well? It's like, because you know
Go
how
on.
like, Well, with languages, often people get a bit sort of insecure or like they're a bit unsure of stuff. Is there any chance that he's just kind of in his head, he's like, I'm fucking Chinese now?
Yeah, I'm a confident Mandarin speaker.
And therefore, it's like, you will be able to do more. Confidence is key. Confidence is everything. And mental strength is important.
Mental strength is
If you think if you genuinely think you're a little Chinese boy, you're or man, or boy originally, then you are going to be
baby.
Sperm donor, not donor, actually.
I am a confident Mandarin sperm donor, and I will not be told otherwise.
You know, you are going to be probably smashing out some pretty solid Mandarin. I would, when I was in Colombia, I, on a night out, became incredibly good at Spanish.
I wonder why. I wonder where that confidence came from.
And I think there is something to do with fully just backing it as like, I'm a little Chinese guy. I am a French lady.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it a confidence thing?
I don't think it's a confidence thing. I think it's a bit more.
I'm talking about confidence derived from like pure belief that I'm Chinese. Is that what's happening here?
I don't think it is. I think you focus on the confidence thing. Maybe. The brain is a confusing thing.
Apparently in France, if it's really cold, you say it's duck cold.
It's duck cold. What's wrong with them? Why are they saying that?
It's duck cold, which I think maybe is from the fact that like if you see a really freezing duck, it's like it's cold out there. The ducks are cold.
The ducks, okay, I guess, yeah, it's duck.
I just like how there's little things that we don't even know. I bet there's some brilliant ones in like Norway.
Taiwan.
Probably.
It's
peaking. It's peaking fucking freezing over it.
Peaking works quite well. The temperature's peaking. Oh, it'd be too hot then, wouldn't it? Unless you go minus. So that's that. It's a bit of a controversial one. People, it's very, very, very rare. But you can't just learn a language in a coma, basically. All right, myth busted. Shut up, suckers. But the one that's, I think what people, there's a confusion between this and the foreign language syndrome. But
interesting. Are you going to explain what that is?
And I will explain what that is as we go here now. But so what is more common but still very, very rare is foreign accent syndrome, and I must say it's a hell of a lot more fun.
Definitely.
Right. So, foreign accent syndrome is an extremely rare neurological speech disorder in which a person's speech changes in a way that listeners perceive as having a foreign accent, even though the person has not learned or adopted that accent. So, we're going to look at some of them.
Well, I woke up with when we did Pumping Live, I had foreign accent syndrome because I had too much breast milk. So you can also get this if you have too much breast milk as you're a man who's using breast milk. Be careful.
Quite a niche reference, but I think the diehards will know. So this is Sarah Colwell. She's a British woman who woke up with a Chinese accent after having a stroke.
She's from Plymouth, I think.
When people kept saying to me, "Oh, you sound Chinese," I didn't hear that. I just felt like I was slurring. I didn't associate it with any particular accent. It wasn't until I heard the recording back
from
of
Plymouth
that I was shocked at how I sounded. I lost
Describe what she looks like for the listeners, Charlie.
A few family members
she looks like a mum from Plymouth.
This was my fault. I was doing it for attention. I should try harder at speech therapy.
Heartbreaking.
I was
it's
an
quite
embarrassment
sad
to them
because obviously it's hilarious.
I found it absurd.
But like it's also very sad, deafeningly sad.
It must be a joke, a fake. This can happen. I had my life planned out. I had a good career. Had my own home. I was just doing really well in life. And then this happened and everything just fell apart. One occasion I was just on a bus and I was struggling to walk then and had a rollator and he would then lower the thing for me. And I said, can you lower it? And he said, "Oh, got another foreigner, why don't you go back to your own country?" I got that quite a lot. So it took me a long time to come to terms with the losses.
Hell.
Thanks, Matt.
The family I've lost.
Doesn't
the
sound that
self-respect.
Chinese. It's kind of more like...
Well, it's not as Chinese as you'd expect.
Bulgarian.
It's not like racist interpretation, like if I was to do a racist Chinese accent, which I'll do now and we'll bleep it out. It's not like that, but it's there's certainly a tone to it. Interesting that maybe we should all get foreign accent syndrome so we can learn how the other half live, walk a mile in the shoes. You see, she's just understood institutionalized racism.
True.
Xenophobia. Maybe if some of these bloody racists we've got walking around this country develop foreign accent syndrome and walked around with a Jamaican accent, they'd realize the plight of
Stop the boats.
It wouldn't work, would it? If Nigel Farage got hit round the head and woke up with a Arabic accent,
stop the bots, my friend.
you see, it doesn't quite work. But yeah, so there's obviously a sadness to it. That it's also pretty fun.
Yeah, it's very sad though. I think the funnier the condition in a way, and the more devastating it is, the sadder. I mean, the sadder,
the more ridiculous your life is.
Because it's like fuck. Even in the height of the sadness, it's still like, oh my god.
But you won't fit in with English people. You won't fit in with Chinese people. You're truly a wanderer, alone in this world.
You are.
Well, good luck, Sarah.
Could she not build a career out of this somehow? We know,
Well, you're the expert at turning trauma into online presence.
Thank you.
What do you think Sarah Colwell could do to monetize this?
I think start a Chinese Chinese restaurant that they do roast dinner Chinese, like Peking Chinese, and she's on the door just like being fusion.
Is there any fusion with the cuisine?
Yeah, I'm sure there's like
soy sauce.
Marco Pierre White will be consulted.
Soy sauce in the green beans.
Yeah, and like gravy, which is instead made of crackers.
Lean into it.
Yeah,
I think, to be honest, Sarah could be like, "This is hilarious and ridiculous," instead of fucking
reclaim it, Sarah.
Moping about. All of my family left me, and all bus drivers are rude to me. Have fun with it. Isn't this ridiculous? Start a fucking talk show.
Start a fusion restaurant.
Start a talk show in China, even though she can't speak Chinese, and that's the whole shtick. She doesn't understand anything the guests are saying, but she has a kind of Chinese accent.
It's like Harry Hill. It's Harry Hill, but it's.
Why is it like Harry Hill?
That's just a show I've seen.
Right.
It's like Harry Hill.
It's like Harry Hill's TV burp, except it's a talk show in China. Right. Next person.
Who's that?
This is Olivia Brydon. So she's also a British woman who's woke up with an Italian accent after having a stroke. Can you just describe what she looks like for the people who are watching at home?
Short British lady with a chain.
Yeah. Big hoop earrings, kind of a tracky top on. Just British lady, basically. Your bog standard British lady. Let's hear her speak.
But now I have this accent. I am British. Where did I get this accent from? I have no idea. Where is it from? I said to them, what's happened to me? Nobody can tell me what's happened to me. It's so strange. It blows my mind.
She's doing the hand.
That's crazy.
Now,
the language, all of
are any of them taking the piss?
I might be accused of racism here, and it is not, but I don't believe her. It's a shame that it's the first person I'm now saying I do not believe. I believe Sarah Colwell. I do not believe Anita.
I think the main tell is surely the hands.
Why is she doing the hands? That is bullshit.
No,
you
but
cannot do the hands as well.
I think where it's coming from is like your brain is kind of locking into your perception of that country, right?
No, that's not what's happening at all. So the whole point about you're not actually developing a foreign accent.
No, you're doing what you think is that accent.
No, you're not. You've had a stroke, so the patterns of your speech change, which sounds a bit like her speech. I don't believe her, but her speech patterns have changed that makes her sound like an Italian accent. But it's not an Italian.
Nothing to do with.
Nothing to do. It's just a coincidence. It's a coincidence that it sounds like an Italian accent.
But surely you could end up having like kind of a pig person voice. You just got like nothing.
Yeah,
it's not. It's
some people who have a stroke
unrecognizable.
do have a bit of a pig.
Like you literally,
snorting doesn't come into speech pattern too much.
No, but as in if it's just completely perfect coincidence that she sounds incredibly Italian,
it's very rare
versus like alien man.
Yeah, but people who have strokes do sometimes sound like alien man because their speech is fucked. But her speech, again, I don't believe her. But her speech is just fucked into an Italian.
But then she's going,
But then she's going, the patch on the pizza.
Oh, you burned the fucking sauce.
Yeah. American Italian. she's mobbed up. She's leaning. To be fair, maybe she's leaning into it. I might lean into it as well, but that for me, it doesn't track. There's something wrong with it.
Yeah, something's going on there.
And then finally,
but again, she could possibly do quite well out of that.
Okay, what's your advice for? Is it Anita? Can we just quickly?
Etheria.
No, it's Alithia.
Alithia.
What's your advice for Olivia Brydon?
Again, I want to say restaurant.
Fusion restaurant.
Fusion restaurant.
I want to say fusion
open
restaurant.
a fusion restaurant, English Italian, and what would they serve? Is it a pizza?
Roast pizza.
Roast pizza. I thought it might be. And finally, we have Lisa Alamia. She's an American woman who woke up from dental surgery, which this could be you, Charlie, with an English accent.
Hello, mate. Hello, molar.
Let's let Lisa do the talking.
Now to that bizarre story of a Texas woman who woke up from surgery with a thick British accent. The rare condition is called foreign accent syndrome, well. And apparently there's no known cure.
She's gone full British.
With more on this, hey Mara.
Hey David, good morning. Imagine waking up from surgery sounding like a completely different person.
Can you pause it for a second, Matt?
At first.
What's a real shame about this for her is she's woken up from dental surgery. She's got the lowest stakes of all of them. It's not like I've had a stroke or been in a significant car crash. It's like I was getting a tooth removed and now I've got a different accent.
But I'm sorry, I am still a bit unclear on how you say that it's just a completely perfect coincidence on the vocal cords. But what I'm saying is, how can they sound bang on Italian? Surely it would be a bit more mashup than that.
But it is a bit mashup. Let's hear her. Which is another reason I don't believe the Italian lady.
He was faking it, but it's actually something very real. Mom of 3, Lisa Alamia, is a born and bred Texas girl, but her voice...
I say "you're" all the time before the accent. Once I got the accent, I started noticing I said "you are."
...is from England. It all started in December of 2015. She went into surgery to fix an overbite and came out with a new British accent.
I've never been outside of the country except for a mission trip in Mexico. That's definitely not where my accent came from.
But listen to her voice before in a video her family made for their church.
You guys have inspired us and befriended us, and we love you.
And today.
I was very shocked. I didn't know how to take it. I was very confused.
So just how does something like this happen? It's an extremely
Andrew,
rare...
I don't think that I believe that there's no element of them locking into it.
Right.
She said, "You what?" The first thing she said was, "You what, bruv?"
It's might be I think it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy situation, is that if you sound in English,
like Vicky Pollard.
You just, because you're hearing it, you then you'll start to do it. But the science is that it's very, very rare
Pure
that it
vocal
happens, that it's just a coincidence. Because strokes affect, surgery, woken up from dental surgery, I don't fucking know. But something's gone dodgy up there, your voice has changed, and we interpret it. It's about our interpretation of it.
And you know how snoring is about your kind of chest is resting on your vocal cords or something? That's how snoring is caused, I believe. Your vocal cords getting squashed, I think, is exactly what snoring is. Can you check that, Matt?
It doesn't immediately.
It's not your windpipe that's
no. But what I'm saying is, anybody ever woken up from surgery unable to stop snoring even when speaking?
I can't possibly answer that question.
Can you please do an impression of what you think that would look like?
Yeah?
Yeah, your throat and tongue muscles relax too much during sleep.
I'm not exactly sure that's what you said, to be honest. I don't think you could say a completely different sentence to be like, yeah, that in the tone of, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Has anybody ever never been able to stop snoring even when they're awake, Matt?
Maybe. I can imagine that can happen, actually.
Okay, cool. You can.
There's a physical obstruction.
I'd be livid about that.
So would I. But yeah, foreign accent syndrome. Are they racist? Are they liars? We'll never know.
Maybe
Is it true?
A bit of both.
I can't possibly tell you.
But they should all seize the opportunity to create fusion restaurants.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. And what's your advice for Lisa Almia?
Okay, Lisa's got a slightly different job because obviously American and English foods do coincide.
Roasting a burger.
Well, I like that a lot. I'm thinking more pudding.
Probably delicious, actually.
Roast. Yeah, I think Lisa should probably just... What the fuck could she do? Seriously.
I mean, a roast burger.
Yeah, but I want, we can come up with some, a new scheme for her.
She'd be a chat show host. They love British accents, don't they, in America?
Yeah.
She basically talks...
I think so. What we've established is that for people who have foreign accent syndrome, they have two options: is opening a fusion restaurant or becoming a chat show host.
Yeah,
exactly.
Perfect. Just quickly, before we continue, some dates for your calendar. On the 21st of February is International Mother Language Day. Also on the 21st of February is National Language Day in Bangladesh. In February, it varies in February, but it's Welsh Language Music Day, so keep an eye out for that at some point in February. On the 9th of October is Korean Alphabet Day, and Cornish Language Day, of course, otherwise known as Gul Peran Lawan / St. Piran's Day, is taking place on the 5th of March this year.
Thank you very much.
Hang on a sec, I think we need to go.
What? Oh my God, is there someone?
Yeah, no, we need to go now.
Really?
Yeah. I'll explain in a bit.
What is this? What is going on?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, we should go.
What is it, man?
No, I can explain in a second.
What?
No, I know there's something. Me as well?
Yeah.
Come on. What are we doing? Oh, this is not enjoyable. What are we doing? fucking maniac. You absolute maniac.
Man, you killed that man, actually. Oh.
Do you want to explain what just happened?
Yeah. I don't know. Recently, I've been enjoying like leaving with that, like at the shop, being like, we need to fucking go right now.
Right.
And Matt
did it, and there was nothing out.
Matt did it, and it was brilliant. And we were just seeing if we can get you out of the room. The only goal was to get you out of the room.
And you did. You succeeded. You got me out the room.
Shout out to Matt. Matt can act.
Well done, guys. Let's hear about some crazy, mad, maybe even bonkers languages.
Go on, then. Do it.
Give me a bonkers bell.
But seriously, that's our bell. But seriously.
So this is Silbo Gormara.
Silbo Baggins.
Silbo Baggins Gormara. On the island of La Gormara, people can communicate across deep valleys by whistling entire conversations. The whistles mimic the rhythm and pitch patterns of Spanish rather than individual sounds. A skilled whistler can call someone several kilometers away whilst distinguishing questions from statements and holding complex conversations. It exists because shouting across mountains is hard. So, we've got a little video we're going to watch of the people.
I love it already.
Have you watched it?
No.
It's mad. So we got a little video to watch about showing these people communicating via whistles.
Eugenio Darias has been teaching the whistled language for some time. I set out with
So pause it.
So
read out what that man just said via whistle.
Come over here. There are these TV people and they don't know anything about the Silbo.
So it's not just, they've got a word for TV. It's not just like, I would imagine the language would be as much as come over here or stay there. Like,
Yeah.
what else do you need to genuinely communicate across a mountain?
Get the telly on.
Get the telly on and get the fire burning. I want to watch EastEnders because it's been a long day on the mountain.
It's quite bird songy. It kind of convinces me that birds are having a very like they're actually having conversations.
Why does it convince you?
Because he sounds like a bird.
It's not the best evidence.
I also think that it would probably make when builders kind of give women whistles.
Yeah,
it'd be a much more charming.
It would,
and kind of complex.
Because it'll be like
system.
Instead of nice tits, love, it'll be I love your dress. Red is a color that significantly suits you, and
glow
I think
in
you
the
should
sun.
wear it more often. But that is absolutely ridiculous that they can have that level of conversation via whistle.
It's unbelievable.
Is it true? Do we
I
believe
think it's true. That guy looks like a trustworthy man.
Yeah.
I think there's whistling I can get behind because you can do a lot. There's a huge range of whistles.
Is there?
Yeah.
Can we listen to it again?
Yeah, there are.
Just give him the...
I mean, the TV point is pretty hard to get your head around. That I can come over here. There are these TV people, and they know nothing about the Silbo. Yeah, it's slow enough. There's a kind of different. There's a massive difference in tone.
I think it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Although I do imagine these guys have very backward views. I think they look charming, and I think it's like, oh, they've got this whistle language. I bet they're saying horrible
There's
racist...
a gay man coming up the hill.
They're saying horrible racist stuff, homophobic shit, and like they're perverted. They're probably mostly just organising disgusting orgies from across the valley.
Yeah,
like,
dogging.
Do you two want to come to ours? Make sure you bring all the bondage equipment. And that little black boy that we abuse.
Don't invite him.
Bring him so we can hurt him. I imagine that's like, they look charming and sweet, but I think there's a very dark underbelly to these people.
Often is the case.
Mountain people. Don't trust a mountain person. I grew up in a mountain. Then we have dance communication. So we've had whistling. Now it's time for some dance communication with the well-known form of dancing of Morris dancing. How can Morris dancing be communication? We'll tell you. Morris dancing is an example of how movement can carry information without being a spoken language. It is not a language in the same way as English or sign language, but it works like a symbolic communication system. A community learns that certain movements, objects, sounds, and patterns mean certain things. Let's have a quick look at the Morris dance to just remind ourselves of the wonders of Morris dancing. Now, isn't this a bleak video? It's called Morris Dancing in Oxford. It's where you live.
I don't recognise this. Yeah, it looks shit. They're also all
Describe what you're seeing, Charlie.
It's 6 kind of porky men in green suits.
No, they're literally not wearing any green whatsoever.
Green? They're covered in green.
Are you colourblind?
That's green, isn't it?
No, it's white and black.
Well, it looks green to me.
Does it actually look green to you?
Yes. They're
Matt, no green whatsoever?
No.
6 green fat guys with sticks.
Such an unreliable narrator here. Absolutely wrong. But they're jigging about. Look up Morris dancing if you want to.
They
There's a
all
lot
hate
of
their
stick
wives.
bashing
They don't
and
speak to their kids.
yeah, there's a lot of stick bashing and hopping about and merriment and joy. Tell the story of this podcast via a dance, please. And Matt, can you describe what he's doing?
He's rotating his hands and he's looking with a telescope for something and he's writing. And now he's eating the paper that he's written on. And he's rubbing his tummy because, yeah. But no, he's shaking his hands. Don't do that. Yeah, he's on the floor. He's kissing the floor. He's eating the floor. He's throwing up. He's up again. He's swimming. He's grabbing. He's front crawl, punching really hard. He's hitting himself. He's dead.
What was the story you just communicated with your dance there for everyone at home, Charlie?
Basically.
Speaking with the tone of a man who's just an incredible performance. He's just got off stage and he's raging with arrogance.
We're trying to
so out of breath.
We're trying to get to the bottom of it for once. No one else is prepared to look at things so utterly in the eye as us, to the extent that we'll fucking eat what we find and then we'll throw it up because it's horrible. And then we kind of swim in the sea of knowledge and then get in a fight with some men who are trying to get us to stop doing the podcast. And then we beat ourselves up because we aren't happy that they don't want us. And then we hit ourselves and knock ourselves out, but we always get up again. And next week we're gonna do another episode.
And there you go. Who says that dance can't be communication?
Really out of breath.
Obviously, language can create some bloody silly mishaps. Misunderstandings can lead to comedy. Should we hear some of the funniest ones? Let's hear some mishaps. So, a man in Panama tried to buy jeans. He used the Spanish word caballos, which means horses, instead of calaberos, which means men. He spent 5 minutes asking for pants for horses.
Horses for cordses.
An English tourist in Italy asked for tel alla pesca instead of tel alla pesca. This tiny error changed their peach tea order into a fish tea order.
There's carp in this coffee.
A language teacher meant to explain that an extension in English is Durchfall in German. They accidentally used Durchfall, which means diarrhea, causing the whole class to erupt in laughter.
There's shit everywhere, miss.
A shopper asked a Dominican shopkeeper for a new plastic bag, which is bolsa in Spain. In the Dominican Republic, that word means nutsack. The shopper had to have security explain the mistake.
This is a load of bollocksers.
Charlie's taking his trousers off for this bit for some reason. What's happening? Are you going to do the rest of your pants?
I'm going to put them on in a second, but can you just give me a minute?
Okay.
It's for a very split second.
But it's not just humans that use language, it's animals too. What the fuck? I thought that was...
You had a stroke?
Yeah, I've had a stroke. We could just be racist and then claim we've been hit on the head.
I don't know if anyone would buy that after this podcast.
No, they won't.
We won't get away with anything like that.
But the most interesting one I found is that bees dance in maps. So, honeybees have one of the most remarkable communication systems in the natural world. A dance that functions like a map.
Who?
When a worker bee discovers a rich source of food, it returns to the hive and performs a precise movement called the waggle dance. Charlie, do a waggle dance. Stand up and do a waggle dance. Genuinely quite horrifying with his pants. The direction of the dance tells other bees where to fly in relation to the sun.
It's over there. Joe.
The direction of the dance tells other bees where to fly in relation to the sun, while the length of the waggle communicates the distance. The dance can convey information equivalent to a set of directions, not just there is food, but more like there is a good source of food over here, at this angle, this far away. What makes it even more extraordinary is that this complex information is transmitted without sounds or words, just movement, rhythm, and geometry. A tiny insect weighing less than a gram is effectively drawing a map for its entire community. Holy fuck.
How do we not know that already?
That's unbelievable. What?
How do we not know that already?
Me and you?
Yeah, that seems like...
Well, to be honest, I think we've been focusing, much like our love for ants on this podcast, we are kind of ignoring the bees a little bit, because I think the bees are almost as fascinating as ants.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that's one of the best things I've ever heard in terms of language. A bee waggles So it's not just the angle of it, it's how far away it is by the intensity of the waggle. It's unbelievable.
It's obscene. I don't know how they would. Also, their sense of scale is unbelievable. It's like literally a bee just going like.
Surely everything is really, really far away for a bee.
Yeah, because also, like, is there not a minimum distance? Like, how are you conveying a...
It'll be within reasonable flying distance.
2 fields.
I don't know how far a bee can fly easily. I think more than 2 fields. Which seems like a wonderful time to speak our way into Patreon Valley. How's the Valley looking?
It's like the UN in here.
Why?
All sorts of countries are about. There's you got Malta. You got Sweden.
Sweden's there.
Israel's here.
Well, controversially,
but it's getting beat up in the river.
Fine. We've invited them there just to attack.
Someone's beating the shit out of Israel in the river.
Yeah. It's a hodgepodge of lovely languages and lovely dialects of different people all coming together and sharing their languages.
And guess who we've got making food?
Who have we got making food?
Belinda or Dorinda. What's her name?
I don't know.
The lady, the accent lady.
I can't remember. Which one?
The Plymouth lady. Chinese Philippa.
I don't think her name's Philippa, but Chinese Philippa is there making her wonderful Peking roast.
Yep, and Aletha Bryden is doing little pizza pasta roasty things.
All right, we might as well. What's Lisa Almeida doing?
She's getting off with some guy.
She's getting off with some guy. But as ever, we're going to take some questions from the Patreon Valley members. And as ever, you can subscribe to the Patreon as well. And you get an extra episode as well as being part of these questions.
And Andrew will hand make you a burger.
I will hand make you a burger. So, pop my ears. I haven't actually chosen one.
Pop your pussy more like, please.
Right, less of the popping ears, more of the popping pussy.
I'd hate it if you had a vagina.
Okay. Seems unnecessary.
I'd really hate that. It would look fucking awful.
Why?
I think it would be very dark and purpley and hairy.
so unnecessary. Okay, this question is from Fred, our town crier. He asks, "Hear ye coming in the Patreon Valley?" Fred asks, "Do words sound bad because of what they mean, or do they mean something bad because of how they sound?" So, murder.
Superfluous.
Which is actually the collective for crows, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Which is a
Do you know why? Really? It's because when there was when there was medieval, I think, battles going on, once all the crows would come and like eat the dead bodies after the battle. So that's why they called it murder. Even though they haven't really killed the guys, have they? So, you know.
I mean, is it nominative determinism even for words that like if you're a nasty sounding word, you're going to be a nasty thing?
I think it comes from the meaning of the word, really, doesn't it? In my opinion. Like, what's some other bad words?
I guess bludgeon.
Bludgeon. That's kind of onomatopoeic in a way, though. Bludgeon. Sounds like it. What other bad words?
Turnip is quite. It seems no.
Why is that a bad word?
No, but that's classic. It is a turnip. It looks like it should be called turnip.
Yeah, but then in reality, nothing should actually have that. It doesn't. It's just because it's it sounds quaint because it's so that word is associated with some quaintness, isn't it?
I was thinking about one of my favorite words the other day.
Right.
Hammer.
It can't be a question. This is a private thought.
Hammer.
Hammer's one of your favourite words. Why?
I'm just thinking it works.
Yeah.
And that's a nasty... There's a nastiness to it. So
is there, though?
In answer, Fred, yes.
Or like torture, kidnap. Hey, did you hear about the kidnapping at the school the other day?
No.
No, he finally woke up. But yeah, I think it more comes from the meaning of the word rather than the actual sound of the word, and we learn to associate those bad sounds with the action.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think that if I had a son called Murder, he'd do all right. Therefore, Fred, it's no. Look, the main thing is what you're actually doing rather than what you're saying. Actions speak louder than words, Fred.
So now let's translate our way up to Peace's pasture. The flowers are radiant as ever. They're all speaking Japanese, all right, because they've all learned Japanese in order to make Matt feel more at home when he's coming up. They've noticed a new fella coming up, and Peace's pasture being as wonderful as ever, very accommodating pasture.
Let's make him feel welcome.
Has made him feel welcome. Matt, the flowers have said, "Hello, Matt, welcome" in Japanese. Would you like to respond to the flowers in Japanese?
Damare.
What did that mean?
Shut it.
Yeah.
Shut it?
It means shut it.
That's an incredibly rude thing to say to the flowers. They go, well, we've learned Japanese for you. Why are you saying shut it?
Just not in the mood.
No, Japanese. What does that mean?
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Brilliant. Right. And as ever, we're going to
tired.
finish with a single piece this week, which is going to sum up our feelings on the topic of the week, which is language. Charlie, would you like to introduce it?
So this is my my song. It's called Miércoles means Wednesday. It's an entirely Spanish song, and it represents my opinion of Spain and the people of it.
Wonderful.
Yo vengo de Santa Cruz, sí, apaga la luz. Soy un avestruz, por supuesto. Tú eres mi corazón, siempre tienes razón. Pero yo solo soy una rata. Y tu cara, cuando vea, yo quiero que sea mía. ¿Te pareces a tu tía? Ay, que te...
Y yo no estoy listo de nada en este mundo. Te la quiero ser, es que te quiero, mi amor, te quiero, porque tú eres una mariposa. Y tú serás mi esposa. Con muchos niños. Los escuchan a bueno. Oh, te espero que siempre, mi amor. Te quiero.
Get out my way, I'm trying to get through, get out my way, get out my way, get out my fucking, get out my way, I'm trying to get through, get out my way, please, please.
That was from...
That's from my debut album, Sponsored Walk. Please do check it out.
Please do check out Charlie's
out.
debut album, Sponsored Walk.
lessons.
That was an original from it, done a rare live performance.
Mm-hmm. The translation of that is essentially a guy who loves a girl who looks like her aunt, and he says that she's a butterfly,
Of course,
but he's only a rat. He's just a rat.
There you go. Available where?
On all platforms.
On all platforms.
All digital platforms.
So get out there, listen to the album. That was, as I say, a rare live performance. So we were very lucky to be part of that. So Charlie, what the hell have we learned this week?
Well, we've learned that what was it? We've learned that the guys who whistle in the mountains,
probably perverts.
Probably perverts, but builders could learn a lot from them, and it would make
Yep.
their kind of catcalling much less horrible.
Yeah, more complex.
More complex, more nuanced, and harder to kind of identify as pervy.
Horrible. Yeah. We've learned that the origins of language are a bit murky, and they've all got a silly name for their theories some reason. Well, we're not exactly sure where it comes from, but maybe it's a bit of common sense, really,
Well,
at the end of the day. Just a bit of oogly boogly mixed with we need to plough this field.
We need to
now.
talk. One thing that we've landed on that is arguably true is that language is basically formed by just kind of making noises repeatedly until something means that noise, and then doing that for everything that's ever been.
Yeah. It's a
is that one of them, or is that ours? Is that one of the theories, or have we found
It's
them?
basically all of the theories in some ways.
They all work.
They all work, and they all sound lovely. But we now know where language comes from and what animals do and how they speak it.
And you can only talk with your mouth.
You can only talk with your mouth, but no, you can communicate via dance as much.
You can also communicate with your body. Mouth, body. What can't you communicate with?
I don't think anything.
Communication is
I think
actually...
you communicate.
Turns out it's a piece of piss to
It's actually
communicate.
fucking easy.
Oh yeah, one last point I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Is that it feels like now that everybody's using kind of emojis and GIFs, it's all just like emojis now.
Right.
You're kind of returning to kind of caveman where all you had was like...
Yeah, facial expressions. Yeah.
So it's kind of, I think now with the advent of the internet and AI, that we're actually regressing to kind of, we're all basically ooga booga next to the fire because all we've got is like.
Well, a fun fact with that is every generation has thought that the next generation is ruining language.
Well, this one definitely, surely,
but that's what they've always said, and we're just We're just one of the stupid old people who can't get with the times and change our language. But you know, it does feel like it's going a bit down the toilet.
So what's the answer?
What's the answer? Talk to your mum. Talk to your pet. Have a fucking bath. Love you, Charlie.
Love you too.
See you next week.
Charlie investigate. They're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled. Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's enough from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.